Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Code Lab podcast. I'm your host, John, and I am absolutely thrilled to be with you today for episode 4 of our B1 English Listening and Speaking Practice series. Can you believe we're already on our 4th episode? Time truly flies when you're having fun and learning. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that I know many of you, my dedicated listeners, have been curious about. And frankly, it's a game changer for anyone serious about mastering English: training your brain to think directly in English. Have you ever found yourself in a conversation desperately trying to translate every word from your native language into English before you speak? Or perhaps you're listening to someone and your mind is racing, trying to convert their English words back into your language to fully grasp the meaning. It's exhausting, isn't it? That feeling of your brain working overtime, almost like a slow, clunky machine trying to process too much information at once. It can be incredibly frustrating, and sometimes it even makes us feel a little defeated. But imagine this. What if you could bypass that translation step entirely? What if English just flowed naturally, effortlessly from your thoughts to your words? Imagine the sheer joy, the incredible confidence you'd feel being able to express yourself freely, authentically, without that constant mental hurdle. That's the dream, right? And I'm here to tell you, it's not just a dream. It's an achievable reality. In this episode, we're going to explore why thinking in English is not just a nice to have, but a crucial step towards true fluency. We'll uncover the hidden challenges of constant translation, and most importantly, I'll share some practical, actionable strategies that you can start using today to rewire your brain and unlock that natural, spontaneous English thinking. So get ready to transform your English learning journey. Let's get started. The challenge of translation: why it holds you back. Let's be honest, we've all been there. When you first start learning English, translating everything in your head feels like a necessary crutch. It's how we make sense of new words and phrases, by connecting them to what we already know in our native language. And for a while, it works. It helps you build a foundational understanding. But here's the crucial point. It's a temporary tool, not a permanent solution. Think about it. When you're speaking and you have to mentally translate every sentence before you utter it, what happens? There's a noticeable delay. You might find yourself pausing, searching for the right words, and by the time you formulated your thought, the conversation has moved on. It's like trying to have a fluid dance while constantly stopping to consult a dictionary. It breaks the rhythm, doesn't it? That feeling of being stuck for words, even when you know them, can be incredibly disheartening. You feel the pressure, the eyes on you, and suddenly all those words you've learned seem to vanish into thin air. It's a frustrating cycle, and it can really chip away at your confidence. Beyond the delay, constant translation often leads to unnatural phrasing. Every language has its own unique way of expressing ideas, its own idioms, its own flow. When you translate directly, you're essentially forcing the grammar and structure of your native language onto English. The result? Sentences that might be grammatically correct but sound awkward, stiff, or just not quite right to a native speaker. You might even feel a pang of embarrassment when you realize your sentence doesn't quite land the way you intended. It's a subtle but significant barrier to sounding truly fluent. And let's not forget the mental fatigue. Your brain is working double time, constantly switching between two languages. It's an intense cognitive load. By the end of a long conversation or a challenging listening exercise, you feel drained, exhausted. It's not just the effort of understanding English, it's the added burden of this internal translation process. It's like trying to run a marathon with a heavy backpack on. You can do it, but it's so much harder than it needs to be. This constant mental gymnastics can make learning feel like a chore rather than the exciting journey it should be. We want to alleviate that burden to make English feel lighter, more intuitive. And that's where thinking in English comes in. The power of thinking in English, unlocking true fluency. Now, let's shift our focus from the challenges to the incredible opportunities that open up when you start thinking in English. This isn't just about avoiding translation, it's about embracing a whole new level of fluency, a deeper connection with the language, and a profound sense of liberation. First and foremost, thinking in English dramatically increases your fluency and naturalness. Imagine a conversation where words aren't a struggle, but a natural extension of your thoughts. When you think directly in English, your responses become quicker, more spontaneous, and far more authentic. There's no internal filter, no awkward pauses while you search for the right word. It's like a dam breaking and the language just flows. This brings an immense sense of joy and confidence. You'll feel empowered, truly able to express your personality, your humor, your opinions without feeling limited by language. That feeling of finally being able to say exactly what you mean without compromise is truly exhilarating. It's a feeling of freedom that every language learner yearns for. Secondly, thinking in English significantly improves your listening comprehension. When your brain is already operating in English, processing incoming English sounds and structures becomes much easier. You're not constantly converting what you hear back into your native language. You're understanding it directly in its original form. This means less mental effort, less stress, and a much clearer grasp of nuances, intonation, and subtle meanings. It's like upgrading your internal processing unit. Everything runs smoother and faster. You'll find yourself understanding movies, songs, and conversations with a clarity you never thought possible. And that, my friends, is a truly rewarding experience. Thirdly, and this is a huge one, it reduces mental effort and fatigue. Remember that heavy backpack analogy? Well, thinking in English is like taking that backpack off. Your brain isn't working overtime on translation. It's focused solely on understanding and producing English. This frees up cognitive resources, making the entire process of communication less draining and far more enjoyable. Learning stops feeling like a chore and starts feeling like an exciting adventure. You'll have more energy for deeper conversations, for exploring complex topics, and for simply enjoying the beauty of the English language. This newfound ease will make you want to engage more, learn more, and speak more. Finally, thinking in English fosters a deeper connection with the language and its culture. Language is more than just words. It's a reflection of thought, culture, and perspective. When you think in English, you begin to internalize its logic, its humor, its way of seeing the world. You start to understand jokes, cultural references, and subtle expressions that might be lost in translation. It's like gaining access to a secret garden, a richer, more vibrant understanding of English-speaking cultures. This deep connection makes the language feel less like a foreign entity and more like a part of you. It's a truly transformative experience that goes beyond mere communication. It's about becoming a part of the English-speaking world. So, the benefits are clear, aren't they? More fluency, better comprehension, less effort, and a deeper connection. But how do we actually do it? How do we make this shift? That's what we'll explore in our next section, where I'll give you some concrete, actionable strategies to start training your brain today. All right, this is where the rubber meets the road. We've talked about why thinking in English is so powerful. Now, let's get into the how. These are practical, everyday strategies you can start implementing immediately, no matter where you are on your English journey. Remember, consistency is key, and even small steps lead to big results. Don't feel overwhelmed. Pick one or two that resonate with you and start there. Strategy 1. Self-talk in English. This is perhaps the easiest and most accessible way to begin. Your internal monologue, those thoughts that constantly run through your mind, switch them to English. When you wake up, instead of thinking, I need to make coffee, think, I need to make coffee. When you're walking, narrate your actions. I am walking to the kitchen. I am opening the fridge. What should I eat for breakfast? It might feel a little strange at first, even a bit silly, but trust me, it's incredibly effective. This trains your brain to form thoughts directly in English, bypassing the translation step. It's your own private practice space, and no one is listening, so feel free to make mistakes. Embrace the awkwardness because it means you're growing. This simple act builds a powerful habit, making English feel more natural and less like a foreign language. Strategy 2. Labeling your environment. Look around you right now. What do you see? A chair, a table, a window, a book. Start naming these objects in English, silently or even out loud if you're alone. This is a lamp. That's a curtain. I'm holding a pen. As you go about your day, actively identify things in English. When you're at the grocery store, name the fruits and vegetables. When you're on your commute, describe what you see: a red car, a tall building, a busy street. This strategy connects English words directly to the objects and concepts they represent, strengthening those neural pathways. It's a visual and immediate way to reinforce your vocabulary and make English part of your everyday perception. You'll be amazed at how quickly you start recognizing and recalling words without effort. Strategy 3. English journaling. This is a fantastic way to practice thinking in English without the pressure of real-time conversation. Get a notebook or open a document on your computer and just start writing. Don't worry about grammar, spelling, or perfect sentences. The goal here is to express your thoughts, feelings, and experiences directly in English without translating from your native language. Write about your day, your plans, your dreams, your frustrations. Today was a long day. I felt tired. Tomorrow, I want to finish my project. This allows you to explore ideas and emotions in English, building your expressive capacity. It's a safe space to experiment, to make mistakes, and to discover how to articulate your inner world in English. The freedom you'll feel by just letting your thoughts flow onto the page in English is truly liberating. Strategy 4. Imaginary conversations. This is a fun one. Imagine you're talking to a friend, a celebrity, or even yourself, and conduct the entire conversation in your head in English. What would you say? How would they respond? Practice different scenarios: ordering food at a restaurant, asking for directions, discussing a movie. This helps you practice forming questions, responses, and complex ideas in English. It's interactive, creative, and allows you to anticipate and prepare for real-life conversations. You can even try to argue with yourself in English. It's a great way to develop your persuasive language skills. This builds your conversational muscle, making you more agile and confident when you actually speak. Strategy 5. Think in pictures/concepts, then English. This is a slightly more advanced technique, but incredibly powerful. Instead of thinking of a word in your native language and then translating it, try to think of the concept or image first and then immediately associate the English word with it. For example, if you see a dog, don't think perro, Spanish, and then dog. Just see the dog and think dog. If you're thinking about happiness, don't think of the word for happiness in your language. Just conjure the feeling or image of happiness and then think happiness. This bypasses the linguistic intermediary and connects the English word directly to the underlying meaning. It's about building a direct mental link between the concept and the English word, making your thinking process much more efficient. Strategy 6. Immersion. While not strictly a thinking strategy, surrounding yourself with English is crucial for making English thinking more natural. Listen to English music, watch English movies and TV shows with English subtitles at first, then without, listen to English podcasts, like this one, and read English books or articles. The more you expose yourself to authentic English, the more your brain will naturally start to absorb its patterns, rhythms, and vocabulary. This passive immersion creates a rich linguistic environment that supports and reinforces your active efforts to think in English. It's like breathing in English, allowing it to become a part of your mental landscape. Remember, this is a journey, not a race. Start small, be patient with yourself, and celebrate every little victory. Don't get discouraged if you slip back into translating sometimes. It's a habit that takes time to break. The important thing is to keep trying, keep practicing, and keep pushing yourself a little further each day. Every time you consciously choose to think in English, you're rewiring your brain, making it stronger and more agile. You are building a new mental muscle, and it will serve you incredibly well. And there you have it, my friends. We've covered a lot of ground today, from understanding the pitfalls of constant translation to exploring the incredible power and freedom that comes with thinking directly in English. We've also armed ourselves with 6 practical strategies to help you on this exciting journey: self-talk, labeling your environment, English journaling, imaginary conversations, thinking in pictures/concepts, and immersing yourself in the language. I truly believe that this shift from translating to thinking in English is one of the most significant steps you can take towards achieving true fluency and confidence in the language. It's not always easy, and there will be moments when you feel challenged, but I promise you, the rewards are immense. Imagine the feeling of effortlessly expressing yourself, of understanding every nuance, of truly connecting with English speakers on a deeper level. That feeling of accomplishment, of breaking through a barrier you once thought insurmountable, is truly priceless. So I encourage each and every one of you to pick 1 or 2 of these strategies and start implementing them today. Don't wait. Start small, be consistent, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. Celebrate every little win, every moment you catch yourself thinking in English. This is your journey, and you are capable of amazing things. And thank you so much for joining me, John, on this episode of the English Code Lab podcast. Your dedication to learning inspires me every single day. If you found this episode helpful, please do me a huge favor. Subscribe to the English Code Lab channel wherever you listen to your podcasts, and share this episode with anyone you know who is learning English. Your support helps us reach more learners and continue creating valuable content. Until next time, keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and keep pushing towards your fluency goals. See you in the next episode.